Good. No. Shawnee boy. I said to my dad in here before we left, I said to Frank Warren, I said to them all, I said, this is going to be a special performance tonight, boys. I can feel it. This is going to be special. Ben Davison, you look there, my boy. Cheers, Ben. Thank you. Yeah. Listen, it was good. You brought me back, Ben, from being too far gone.
Tyson, did you think you were going to knock him out with that shot when it landed? Did you think that was the one?
Yeah, obviously. You know, I hit him, peach, bang, game over.
You said exactly that. You said he was going to try and attack you, he'd hit a jab, and then he'd dip, and he'd land on an uppercut, and that's exactly what happened. Talk us through that shot.
You know, I was looking for it for the first few rounds, and it wasn't there. I just kept him moving his head to the side, moving to the side, touching to the body. I think it was about round... What round was the knockout in?
Six.
6.
2 minutes 59 of the 6th round.
I touched him to the body with one there, and I thought, slip, bang, like that. And it was over. I knew he wasn't getting up. It was a detonation shot. It was a Lennox Lewis uppercut, right uppercut. And, you know, I used to throw a lot of uppercuts when I was an amateur, an early pro, and I saw the opportunity, so I let it rip, and it was a missile.
Could you feel him tiring in there?
Dillian's a big, strong man. And I didn't want to get in too much of a tussle with him. He was trying to make it dirty in there. He was trying to make it a rough fight, which he had to. Take nothing away from him for that. He's heavyweight, and it's not ballet dancing, it's heavyweight boxing. But it was a rough old fight, and it was what it was.
Tyson.
Can he still go on to become a world champion?
I think he can. I think Dillian can go on to be a world champion, but tonight he met a great. He didn't box a world champion. He met a legend in the game.
Radio Raheem with Tyson Fury. You heard, the only boos we heard tonight is when you said that this might be the last one. 94,000 showed up tonight. Is there any possible way that if you had an opportunity to be undisputed in front of these type of fans that you could turn it down?
Do you know, I've won every belt in boxing up 10 times. From the WBO, WBA, IBF, IBO, Ring Magazine, WBC, every belt there is, British, European, Commonwealth, English, Irish, Intercontinentals, Internationals. I've done it all now, and I'm even the lineal champion, made 9 defences of the lineal championship. So this is the end, you know. I've given a lot of blood and snot to this game. I hope the fans one farewell fight tonight, and I'm going out in style. I'm going out with a bang. And, you know, I got a great team, a great family, great support network. And you know what? Go out on a high, because you never know with this game. It takes one unlucky punch and it's all over. And I've got nothing more to gain. You know, money is not what I'm about. Legacy's not about. Just want to enjoy my life, be left alone, and be able to stay at home with my family and my kids. I've got 6 young children, and I'm going to put a few more buns in my wife's oven before we're out. And, I just want to be a family man and stay-at-home dad full-time.
Dillian Whyte is a class fighter. You made it look easy tonight. Obviously, it wasn't, but do you feel like you're retiring at the top of your game? You're the most fit I've ever seen you.
Yeah, I trained for this fight really well. I did 14 weeks in the gym. Good dietitian. Big respect to George Lockhart, Sugar Hill, Andy Lee, all the boys. Matty, Christian, and if I missed anybody, Timmy. Big respect to all my team. You were all amazing. Everyone did a great job. But I'm walking out on the top. Big shout out to Spencer Brown, my commercial agent and everything in the UK. He sorts everything out, and I trust him wholeheartedly, and he's like one of my best friends. So he did a great job with the sponsorships, looking after everything. Big shout out to my lawyer, Robert Davis. He made all the contracts watertight. No motherfucker can get £1 past Robert Davis. So big shout out to him. Big shout out to Frank Warren, Bob Arum, Top Rank, BT Sport, and everybody else who made it happen in my career. I want to thank every single person.
Well, let's talk about your trainers for a minute. We saw Ben Davidson in here. He brought you back from mental distress. You were super heavy. And then you said Sugar Hill made you the best that you could possibly be.
He did.
What did each one of those guys bring to your career? And could you have gotten here without one or the other?
No, I believe everything we do in life brings us to this pinnacle moment. You know, all the trainers that I've had, my Uncle Huey, my dad, my Uncle Peter, Ben Davison, Brian Hughes, Pat Barrett, Robert McCracken, who else? Maybe there's a few more that I forgot, Steve Egan. So all of these people, they all put their little bit on me and made me the fighter I am. So I was very, very happy with my career. I won every belt. I'm going out on top. Only the second man to retire after Rocky Marciano, undefeated heavyweight champion of the world. I'm doing an Andre Ward. I'm 32-0. I'm retiring, baby.
Wait, one more, Tyson, one more, Tyson. You said you're doing an Andre Ward, but you may be doing more of a Floyd Mayweather. There are so many exhibition possibilities for you in Ngannou, even the WWE. Are these the kind of things that you'll participate in?
You know, you might see me at SummerSlam very soon. Big shout out to Vince McMahon and all the boys and all the girls. You're going to see me in exhibitions, WWE, movies.
Is Ngannou on that list?
100% Ngannou's on that list.
Thank you for a wonderful career, Tyson. You're a great heavyweight champion. Radio Raheem with Tyson Fury.
40 years old and beat whoever's number one then. Is that on your mind? Another mountain to climb?
If I fight again, it'll be exhibition fights only. Wrestling matches, stuff like that. Fun and entertainment. Stuff that isn't nerve-wracking, stuff that doesn't keep you up at night, and stuff that's not going to get you in severe injuries.
There will be clamour for you to fight Joshua or Usyk.
Yep, there will be, but there'll always be somebody else. And you know what? There'll always be somebody else to fight. And the Roman leader, Julius Caesar, said that there'll always be somebody else to fight. So no matter who there is, you know, there's plenty of good heavyweights coming up, and it's time for them to have their moment in the sun. And me, this old bald fat guy, we're out. I've done enough. I'm very happy with who I am, where I am, what I've done. Very, very happy with my career.
As a nod to the American fans, you came out to Biggie Smalls. What made you come out to Biggie Smalls from Brooklyn?
Because it was all a dream. You know, I used to read about it in the Boxing News magazine.
Radio Raheem with Tyson Fury. Radio Raheem with Sugar Hill. You couldn't possibly be.
Hold on. They get used to all this technology with these cameras, so they need to go old school. Focus it on your own.
Listen, man, you have your shirt off. This camera couldn't possibly focus on that 12-pack.
That's why they need the old school way to keep up. This new technology can't keep up no more.
No one can keep up with this
the
physique.
way I train, old school.
Well, we saw Tyson Fury come in, and, you know, he's a bigger guy. He doesn't have chiseled abs. He doesn't have, like, the cut chest. But clearly, this is one of your methods to the madness. Are you training to get back in the ring?
No. For what? I could teach it and watch it on the outside. It's much better.
Why do you have your shirt off?
Why not? I had it off last time. I don't know.
Tyson is obviously retired. He seems to be sticking to that story. Do you think if he has an opportunity to be undisputed heavyweight champion, 94,000 people came out to see this one. Who knows how many would come out to see that? Would you talk him back into it?
It's not up to me. It's up to him and his wife and his family. I keep it that simple. I'm a simple man.
When we saw the first couple of rounds, it looked like Dillian might be able to work something to the body, but Tyson shut that down. He was able to hold. He was able to make it rough in there. Was there any point in the fight that you thought Dillian had success?
I thought he did very good in the fight. You know, it wasn't like a blowout. Tyson had to make adjustments, and it took a little bit of time, but he got the job done. I was very impressed with Dillian Whyte, and, you know, hats off to his trainers. They did a fantastic job. You know, in the heavyweight division, just one punch changes everything, and he got caught with one punch that was set up by Tyson, and that was a fight.
It would appear that an inside fight would have been what Dillian Whyte wanted. Obviously, he's not going to out-jab Tyson Fury, but how did the inside game work for Tyson, and then ultimately an uppercut, which is the best inside punch you can throw?
I don't really know how to answer that. I mean, you saw it just as well as I saw it. Tyson fought on the outside when he had to. He fought on the inside when he had to. He had a mid-range game, and that's what it was. It was a little right uppercut. It was a 1-2, then it was a one jab, and then a right uppercut. Boom, good night.
What's next for you if Tyson really is hanging him up?
Don't know. I'm thinking about taking a long hiatus.
What was the best moment of your journey with Mike Tyson?
If he's hanging it up, you know, we hang out together, so it might be time for me to take a long hiatus. And I'm thinking about it. If that's what he's doing, you know, I'll join him.
He gave you great accolades in the ring after the fight, said you were the greatest trainer ever, talked about the fact that you made him the hardest puncher in the heavyweight division.
I believe what Tyson says.
Well, I mean, do you believe it?
I'm just doing what I was taught to do, what I learned from Emmanuel. So for me, training fighters and teaching is something I love to do. And right now he's taking a retirement, as he said, right? Mm-hmm. I'll take a hiatus.
You love to teach fighters?
I don't just teach boxing. Like, I'm teaching like a lot of things, like cooking, anything I can do. I just love to teach people because things were taught to me. So for me to give it back and to spread it around, it just keeps the cycle going, and maybe somebody else will catch that same feeling, and then they'll be able to go out and teach people just as well.
But after a performance like this, everyone's going to be knocking down your door. They're going to be trying to be the next fighter that you sent out to know the ring.
Ain't nobody going to be calling me.
Is there any fighter out there that you see that you be like, I can make that guy better?
For me, I believe I can make anybody better.
So is there somebody you'd like to work with?
I can make everybody better. That's just my personal thoughts on what I can do because I just love to teach. Mm-hmm. So I have to find some way that I can teach somebody. And everybody's different, so it's not the same teaching method with everybody. Mm-hmm. I have to adjust for that person.
Right, but when you watch fights, I'm sure there's fighters that you see who's like, what he's missing, I can deliver to him.
I mean, I can sit and watch fights, and I can say that, but I don't have anybody particular that I watch that I'm saying, I want to train. I've never been like that. I just do my job, and if my job is well enough for somebody to want me.
Well, your job has been on display in front of the world these last few years, and as Tyson said, you deserve every accolade you've gotten. Congratulations on a great win tonight, and a pretty decent set of abs there, considering.
It's a little flabby right now, but I can tighten it up a bit and make it.
Wait, give us.
I normally don't do that. I just normally go like this. This is the old Adonis Stevenson pose here, so I always do this for him.
Radio Raheem with Sugar Adonis Hill.
Thanks, man.